So this special edition of Radio ISR is introducing to you the Polaris Blueprinter that I demonstrated during the launch meeting. So if you're in the Far East and the Middle East, then you probably didn't get to see it. So I wanted to share it with you because just like with the Harley-Davidson Blueprinter, I think this will be very, very beneficial for you. So without further ado, let me get the presentation up here in front of you right now, and I want to just go through it with you, okay? So first and foremost, to sell kind of Polaris, of course, you're going to have some working knowledge of the vehicles themselves and how they fit in and what the customers are looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of that, and then once we've got that out of the way, then we can tie it into basically how the Blueprinter works. So first and foremost, basically, there is a Sportsman Edition. We're all pretty familiar with this, and it's an ATV, and it's a single rider, okay? So that's what it is. If you have a look in the orange section, you can see that these ATVs are built for people who are looking for recreational utility. They're built for people who are looking for something that they can use on the trail, or for work, or for hunting as well. So they pretty much got different sportsmen, basically, that fit into those categories. We're going to watch a small little video right now, just to give you a feel for this particular product.
The next generation of tough has arrived. Introducing the new Sportsman XP 1000 and 850 SP. These aggressive big boys are born leaders. Purpose-built to help you ride harder, go further, and do more than any other ATV. Discover the next generation of legendary sportsmen at Polaris.com.
So there you are. That's what the Sportsman is all about, and it's certainly more affordable out of the Polaris models that we sell. And then we got a model called the Ranger, and the Ranger is an off-road recreational vehicle, an ORV, but it's really built for utility and recreation. So basically, someone who wants to utilize this may actually have some work in mind. You know, they work on a farm, they want to tow some stuff, they want to put some logs in the back of it, but it's more of a sort of a work truck of the ATV world. So let's watch a little video on this one.
In Ranger country, it's always been about rising to the challenge. For nearly 20 years, this is where we earned the title, hardest working, smoothest riding. Ranger sold almost 1 million machines out here because Ranger does more out here. 5 years ago, we launched the biggest, baddest utility vehicle the world has ever seen. And now it's time to do it again. We've made over 100 owner-inspired improvements, including more ground clearance, more towing, better drivability, more storage, quite frankly, more of everything. After 5 years in the making and countless hours of testing, we are proud to bring you the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. More rugged, more refined, more Ranger. More rugged means more dependable, more capable to get more work done. It all starts with a massive ProStar power plant. It's made to tackle the toughest tasks with an industry-leading 82 horsepower and unmatched torque. XP 1000 turns power into productivity with the highest towing capacity ever found on a utility side-by-side. That's 25% more than the next closest competitor. There's a massive new heavy-duty clutch and 32% larger drive belt designed for maximum durability. And they're perfectly paired with a heavy-duty transmission and driveline that set the standard for strength and toughness. For guys who love to get off the grid, Ranger XP 1000 puts rugged on the map. A new one-piece chassis makes this beast more rigid, more capable of turning industry-leading suspension travel into a super smooth ride. New 6-ply 27-inch tires are taller and wider, with a larger footprint and outstanding traction. When terrain rears its ugly head, XP 1000 tames it with 13 inches of industry-leading ground clearance, 8% more than ever before. head downhill, and the all-new standard engine braking system keeps you in total control. And you're fully protected wherever you go by the industry's largest stock front bumper and a new full-body skid plate with 50% more coverage. Under-hood air intakes help protect your engine from dirt and dust, while new fully sealed suspension bushings keep the elements out for a smooth, quiet ride year after year. Ranger XP 1000 backs up its rugged reputation with a stronger half-ton cargo box that sits on a new heavy-duty frame. The box itself is an inch deeper with 12% more volume, and it's more durable with welded steel corners, reinforced ribs, and a beefy new heavy-duty tailgate. And here's something else that's been beefed up. Every new XP 1000 rolls out with a full 12-month warranty straight from the factory. Ranger's always been known for rugged capability. XP 1000 adds to the legend with unmatched off-road refinement. It starts with an all-new interior, completely designed around you. Everything's within easy reach, with 17% more in-cab storage, a huge double glove box, and more cup holders than your pickup. The all-new dual-sweep analog dials and 4-inch LCD information center tell you everything you need to know at a glance. And XP 1000's new passenger seat basically disappears, creating extra space to haul large gear inside the cab. Sometimes work takes you far from home and keeps you there all day. So we made XP 1000 easier and more comfortable to drive. The new clutch makes low-speed maneuvers smoother, even in reverse. Steering is noticeably more precise, and the turning radius is 13% tighter. There's a new front sway bar for superior handling, and we've taken all-day comfort to the next level, with seats that are 1 inch thicker and 5 inches more room to get in and out. Here's the coolest thing about Ranger XP 1000's refinements. They don't stop at the end of the assembly line. Adding accessories is literally a snap, with pre-wired power behind the seat and a new Polaris Pulse bus bar under the hood for plug-and-play convenience. And the industry's best and biggest accessory collection now includes our next-gen Ranger Pro Shield cab system. It keeps dust out 3 times better than its closest competitor. This is the newest Ranger. That makes it the hardest working, smoothest riding side-by-side in the world. Let the copycats copy and the pretenders pretend. We have more of everything that matters to people with a job to do in Ranger country. The all-new Ranger XP 1000. More rugged. More refined. More Ranger.
And as you can see from the headers above it, if someone buys a Ranger, they've got one, again, that's built for recreation and utility. They built one that's basically one for work and one for hunting as well. So that's kind of would be the key categories for this particular model, Now we'll move on to the Razor. This is the very exciting one. And the Razor really, as you can see here, it's an ORV, off-road recreational vehicle, but it's really built for performance and adventure. And as you can see from the headers above it, it's really the models that basically they're going to be suited towards people who want to have something that's going to be good on trails, going off-road, and for, going on the desert as well. So let's watch a little video on this.
In the world of off-road adventure, one name stands apart. Polaris Razor. Built for people who feel most alive in dunes, deserts, forests, and mud holes, Razor outsells its closest competitor 5-1. There's a reason for that. We focus on you. You deserve the most complete, most capable machines in the industry. So that's what we make. And the truth is, we're just getting started. Introducing the all-new Razor XP4 1000, the ultimate in high-performance multi-passenger riding. Carving the dunes, pounding the desert, conquering mud holes, cruising the trails. This machine does it all. Forget about taking turns. XP4 1000 lets you bring the whole family along for the ride. If you believe off-road adventure is meant to be shared, this is the machine you've been waiting for. We took the unbeatable combination of power, suspension, agility, comfort, and customization that defines the all-new Razor XP 1000 and engineered it into the ultimate Razor experience for four. The rear passenger cab is a true second cockpit. It's plushly appointed with water-resistant bolstered seats, easy-to-operate quarter doors, ample legroom, angled footrests, and a long list of innovative convenience features. To help give all your passengers a ride to remember, XP4 1000 is packed with the industry-leading performance you expect from Razor. The 107 horsepower ProStar engine with ultra-flat torque curve ensures crisp, powerful acceleration. The all-new suspension components are specifically engineered to handle the added weight of second-row seating. Bigger needle shocks, oversized springs, and massive travel all work together for a smooth, controlled ride. And the 16-position clickers on all four corners make dialing it in as easy as changing passengers. All four seats are mounted at floor height to ensure a low center of gravity for unsurpassed floor-up agility. While the ultra-rigid tubular chassis and extended wheelbase maximize suspension performance and keep handling razor sharp. XP4 is purposefully designed to accommodate a complete collection of innovative accessories that make it easy to trick things out your way. This is four-up riding the way it was meant to be. No trade-offs, no compromises, no fighting over who gets to ride shotgun. Why choose between unbeatable performance and unmatched multi-passenger comfort when you can have it all? The all-new Razor XP4 1000, the ultimate Razor experience for four.
And then finally we have the General. And as you can see from up above, the General pretty much has a multi-purpose. Recreation, utility, trail, work, and hunt fits into all those categories. And it's more of a hybrid model, kind of marries kind of all the good stuff from the Razor and the Ranger all together, basically. So someone can have performance, they can have adventure, they can have utility and recreation. So that bit of a, like I said, a hybrid model it is. So let's watch a little video on this.
If you want to be ready for anything, you need a machine that can do it all. Polaris General gives you unmatched power and class-leading utility. Any task, any trail. Take charge with Polaris General.
So there you go. So that is basically the four different models. So if you were then to try and blueprint a customer, basically what they would look for, then you can use this blueprinter to do that. So it's pretty straightforward. Wait, what comes up on the screen here. So, for example, you know the usual blueprinting, you've got basically what, the capital, you've got the authority, you've got DBM, and they're all pretty easy to find out, and they're certainly very apt when you're blueprinting a customer in a Polaris, but it's getting that needs and wants is the difficult thing. So an easy way to do that is once you've got your customer and you've done that part of it, then you can pretty much find out what they're looking to do with the vehicle. Are you basically looking for something that's for recreation and utility? Something to have a bit of fun, but also you can use. Are you using something that's going to be trail? Something that's really going to be great going off-road? Or are you looking for a work version? Something that basically that is made primarily for work purposes, or you're looking for something to have fun inside the desert, or finally hunting, which is big in the States, obviously, as you know, and it's something that's something you can use for hunting, you know. So your customer says to you, well, I'm really interested in, for example, something that I can take on the trail. Well, you just click the trail, and this then, of course, then shows the 3 models that basically that, you know, you can use for the trail. So there's a Sportsman model, basically there's a Polaris and the Razor, and then there's a general model. So your customer says, yeah, definitely like that Razor model, tell me more about it. You click that, and there you are. Then basically it'll tell you the key version of Razor that's really basically suited towards that. So you got all the nice little specs, you got the MSRP, and then if you hit the S there, then you can see into the specs of it. And then you hit the back button, you go back again. So very much like the Blueprinter that we saw for Harley Davidson, you know. Your customer says, no, I definitely want to have something that's more work-orientated. Then these show the models. So again, if someone wanted a more work-orientated Sportsman, then there you go. So click that, and then this shows the version of the Sportsman that's much more work-orientated. And you know, the reason why it's more work orientated, for example, is this one here. This one can stay at a certain speed. So if you're mowing the lawn, it can do that, you know. And then again, it can show the specs for this particular one, and then you can move back out again. But right across the line, it will do exactly the same. So if someone wants something for hunting, well, then click the hunt. It'll show the models. Said, okay, well, I looked at that general version, show me about that. And then this goes into the version that's more geared towards hunting. It's got the camo, and then, you know, you can actually store your guns on it as well, you know. But again, just like before, you can see all the main details there, and then you can go into the specs of the model there as well, you know. So it certainly helps to drill your customer down from basically all the different Polarises that are out there, and then get them into what they were mainly interested in. So now I want to jump over to the final screen here, which is basically being able to then compare them, which is the end tab at the very, very end. I want to show you basically that you can then go online and compare them. So if you've got your customer down to basically what they think is the one, they want a Sportsman or they want a Ranger, they in general, then you can double check and go through all the different versions, because there literally are tons of different versions. So I want to pull up, for example, the general model, you know. So if we pull up the general model, that's building right now, and you can see here, let me just pull this up, and there we go. So you can see there are tons and tons of different general models there are, you know. And what you can do is, using these links here, then narrow that down. So you can see there's many different ones, which makes it very confusing. But it also points to the fact is why our customers should spode these in the first place, because the chances of finding the right one for you at a dealer's lot in the States is very, very difficult. It's a bit like pickup trucks. So for example, over here, the person wants a trail riding version, not the work version, okay? Then that narrows them down to 8, okay? And then they want to have, do they want to have the 2 seats or the 4 seats? Oh, I definitely want to have 4 seats on there. Then that narrows it down to 2. And then, for example, I want to have a roof on there, and that narrows it down to 1. And then it's the only color that comes with that is in black. And there you go. So if someone wants a Ranger, but they want the 4 seats, then you can work your way backwards and do it that way as well. So all in all, very, very good, and will definitely help you, I think, with blueprinting your Polaris customers in the future. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we can share some more stuff with this in the future.